Welcome to this month's edition of Focus on Health. I'm your host, Dr. Barbara Brookmeyer, and today's feature is about lead poison prevention, and our special guest is Lynn Phillips from the Frederick County Health Department's Lead Case Management Program. Lynn, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Brookmeyer. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, let's start with what is lead?
Okay, lead is a naturally occurring bluish-gray metal that never breaks down. It has no corrosive properties, it has no electrical properties, and it has no physiological use in the human body. There are no safe lead levels, and lead is considered a poison.
Mm-hmm. Well, how is lead harmful, especially in children?
Okay. With small children, because they're constantly exploring their environment with picking up things and putting them in their mouth, children are exposed to lead basically through their digestive systems. If they pick up a toy and play with it and put their hands in their mouth, they can ingest lead that way. And lead will travel from the digestive system into the bloodstream, where it will travel to the soft tissues of the kidney, the liver, and the brain. And over time, with lead exposure to an immature brain and nervous system, it can cause attention deficit problems, it can cause lowered IQs, it can cause behavior problems, and some hearing problems as well. And if severe enough, over time, lead can cause seizures, coma, and death.
So it sounds pretty severe.
Yes.
Potentially. What are some of the products or some of the ways that children are coming in contact with lead?
Prior to 1978, lead was used in paint in the housing industry. Well, that's no longer the case today. Children can also be exposed to lead through industrial emissions. They can be exposed to lead in the soil if they play outside in the dirt, from lead peeling and chipping off of exterior buildings. Children can also be exposed to lead through folk remedies and folk medicines that are used for minor children's complaints.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of those folk medicines that are perhaps more commonly used here in the U.S. than we might expect?
Well, as you know, Frederick County is a very diverse and multicultural community. And because of this, we at the Frederick County Health Department want to alert the community to these risks and let them know that these home remedies and home medicines contain very dangerous levels of lead that are extremely dangerous to young children and their families. We are seeing a lot of these remedies from Mexico, India, the Middle East, and Asia.
Well, what are some of the tips that you have for our viewers to help keep their children safe?
The main tip I can give our audience is have your children lead tested at ages 1 and 2 years. Make sure that they're eating a very healthy diet that is high in vitamin C, calcium, and iron, such as oranges, strawberries, other citrus fruits. Foods that are high in iron can be iron-fortified cereals, dark green leafy vegetables. Foods high in calcium are milk and cheese, dairy products, things of that nature.
Well, where can our viewers go to find out more about lead?
Our viewers can go to several websites, one of them being the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website, where they list toys that have been recalled, other consumer products that have been recalled due to high lead levels. And that website is www.cpsc.gov. Also, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention website, and that website is www.cdc.gov. Also, here in the state of Maryland, for the Maryland Department of the Environment, you would go to www.maryland.gov. And finally, the Coalition for the Prevention of Lead Poisoning in Children has their own website, and that website is www.leadsafe.org.
Well, very good. That's great that you could remember all those. So if I can repeat back to you to see if I got it. Lead is a poison.
Yes.
It's especially harmful for children because they have a developing nervous system or brain, and that children come in contact with lead now. It's not just through paint, which I think is a common misconception.
True.
So it can be found in toys. It can be found in folk remedies, soil. So a variety of ways. And children should be tested when, and now I understand maybe some doctors might not bring it up to the parents, so you would recommend that parents ask their doctors if they have any concern?
We want parents to be very proactive and talk to their child's physician about getting their children lead tested at ages 1 and 2 years of age.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lynn, for the very important information.
My pleasure.
And after a short break, we'll return with What's Happening. It's summertime, and some people say that's also party time. Well, if you're concerned that there is a party taking place where there's underage drinking or drugs being used, or that you've heard that a party is going to take place, there's a tip line that you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's 301-600-1318.
If you're 55 or older and looking for a way to get moving and strengthen your body, then join the Frederick Senior Center for its strength training class. This class is offered daily and no pre-registration is required. For just $2 a class, you can develop strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Strength training also increases your metabolism, which can help control weight gain and help lower your blood pressure. So stop thinking about it and start exercising today. Classes are offered at the Frederick Senior Center, located at 1440 Taney Avenue in Frederick. For more information and class schedules, call 301-600-1605.
Welcome back, and here's what's happening. Welcome to What's Happening. What's happening in Frederick County this summer? Well, summer tends to be a time when we don't have many classes going on at the Frederick County Health Department. So what I'd like to share with you today is to remind you that if you've got children who are school-aged, to make sure that their immunizations are up to date and to make appointments with your healthcare provider long before the start of school is upon us. And then also to remind you that when you're out in the sun, to use sunscreen, use hats and sunglasses, and always to be careful around water and make sure that your children use the sunscreen, wear their hats, their sunglasses, and know about water safety. So I hope you have a safe and happy, healthy summer. And now here's Angie Blair with this month's health tip.
Hello, this is Angie Blair, health educator with the Frederick County Health Department. Welcome to this month's edition of Health Tips. July is Sun Safety Month. As we are right in the middle of the warm summer months and more inclined to enjoy our time in the sunny outdoors, here are some tips to keep in mind for protecting yourself and your loved ones. It's important to play it safe in the sun because of harmful UV rays which can cause sunburns. Just a few serious sunburns can increase the risk for skin cancer even if the burns occur early on in childhood. What can you do to reduce your sun exposure? Know that harmful UV rays are strongest during the midday, so it's good to limit outdoor exposure at this time or seek shade if you are spending time outside. You should know that even on a cool, cloudy day, you need protection from the sun's rays, which still come through the clouds. Wearing long-sleeve clothing or other forms of cover-up helps to reduce the UV rays that reach the skin. Even if you are wearing clothing for cover, you should always apply sunscreen to yourself and children with a minimum SPF of 15 that includes UVA and UVB protection. When applying sunscreen, make sure to apply a generous amount 30 minutes before going outdoors. Even if you or your children are in the water, be sure to reapply sunscreen during the day and choose waterproof or water-resistant sunscreens. Know that sunscreen is not meant to allow you to spend more time in the sun than you would otherwise. Sunscreen reduces damage from UV rays. It does not eliminate it. Make sure to protect areas like the ears, nose, lips, and tops of feet. Your skin is not the only thing you want to protect in the sun, though. Sunglasses are a good way to protect your eyes from harmful UV rays, which can lead to cataracts later in life. Choose sunglasses that wrap around and block as close to 100% of UVA and UVB rays as possible. Wear a hat to protect the face, scalp, ears, and neck, in addition to applying sunscreen to these areas. Remember, you can have fun in the sun while being sun-wise and sun-safe. For more tips on protecting yourself and loved ones from skin cancer, visit the Frederick County Health Department's Cancer Prevention website. Thank you for tuning in to this month's Health Tip.
And this concludes this month's edition of Focus on Health. Please join us next month.